All right, question number 8. What legacy do you want to leave your family or community, Amanda?
For my family, I want my girls to be independent and strong women that can stand on their own 2 feet and reflect upon my unsolicited words of wisdom through their teams to help them when they're older, so that they can become their best versions of themselves. I want them to be the best versions of themselves. I want them to be able to go through life and be able to deal with the roller coaster ride of life with a clear, be able to deal with things with kindness, and to be able to live a life with purpose, and just to be decent human beings. And I've said to them, and I said this from a young age, I said, and who you choose to be your life partner be one of the most important decisions you make in your life. So choose wisely. So, these little lessons I've weaved in, and as many eye rolls as I've got. I spoke to a friend of mine, one of my daughter's friends' mums recently. She's got 23-year-old triplets, actually. And she said, you know what? My girl's now 23, and they're now starting to reflect upon some of the things that I said when I was younger, when they were getting the eye roll, that now they understand why you didn't said those things. So I'm hoping when that girl gets that age that they'll think, because my youngest goes, Mum, what, another lecture,
We're going through that, don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you just got to keep planting those seeds and hoping that they grow. And for me personally, being able to bring up my girls and create some decent humans is important. But also for me, it's also knowing that I've made a positive difference in the lives of others. And I really feel that I'm able to do, that's why I get so much joy from what I do at the Rising Star Developer, because I've created this beautiful community. And even I've actually had about 5 or 6 of my students set up my event yesterday, which I didn't really know they were coming in Brisbane, and especially a couple of the new people. And they just said, look, the positive community that you've created is what they were completely blown away from. So, and I think we interview everyone that comes into our community because we want to make sure we've got the right people in there, because there's so much negativity in this world. And I think you really do need to surround yourself with people that, everyone has ups and downs in life, and, life can deal a shit sandwich every now and again. And if you're surrounded with people that, that have your back and that are kind and have this view of there's enough, there's enough there, like we're there to help one another, and we're, help to support one another through ups and downs, and also there to celebrate success. There's no tall poppy syndrome. Like at the moment, I'm just we do a 6- and 7-figure club at inside the Inner Circle, where we celebrate the success of our students who have banked 6- or 7-figure profit for that year. Because in this game, when you go through a project, right, like I had a payday a couple of weeks ago, I couldn't go to my family or my friends and go, guess what? I just banked $687,000. How awesome is that, right? You can't do that. No. In a community where people actually get the journey that you've gone through, they're like, you know what? How awesome is that? I know what you've done to do that, and you are awesome. And to be able to, when you're working on a business and typically you're at home by yourself, and it's property development can be a lonely journey because you're doing it at home and you're doing all these amazing things, but you haven't got people to share that with. To have a community go, I am awesome because I had just banked $380,000 and that's helped me take a big chunk out of my mortgage. And you have people around and you go, you know what, that's freaking awesome, and celebrate you. And that inspires other people as well and helps them progress in their journey. I think that's pretty awesome.
Now, just one thing with the program, back to its reality, with the program, so projects go for 3 years. How does it work? Is it a long-term program?
So that's one thing I've had the luxury because I've invested in myself. So, so many other times that have been through other programs as well. I've looked at the good and the bad. And one thing that when I created the Rising Star Developer, one thing that it was really important to me was I didn't want someone to become part of the program and 12 months and you're out, right? Because typically projects take longer than that. So with my program, the way it works is you invest yourself, you're in that program for as long as the program exists. So it actually, even though it's like an upfront investment, it actually, the years that you're involved, it's really cheap because you can do one project and you more than pay it off. But it's not just that. You're part of a community that's ongoing. So whether it's your first project or your second or your third, you can still tap into the support and ask those questions and join the group coaching calls to get that question answered. And so I've done that for a couple of reasons. Firstly, I acknowledge that projects take longer than 12 months and I want to be able to help support people through that whole journey because I want to see people actually get results and achieve success. It's not just about me educating them and then you're out, go on your way. I actually want to see the success that they have. Because then what that does is even when the people who've just got the six and seven figure club awards, that's taken them a journey, sometimes 12 months, sometimes 2 years, sometimes 3 years, depending on where they're at. So by then I get to then hear their success, but then that also inspires other people who, whether they're at the start of their journey or midway or, 2 or 3 projects deep, that inspires them too. So that's the reason why I wanted to just open it up. And people come in and out of the program. So even though I've got many students, some people are in for a while and some people go and do their own thing. People will connect when they need to and reach the support. But I wanted to know from my perspective that I was offering a program that is world-class, that is authentic, that is a really safe space, an abundant space for people to connect and create wealth together. So, and I'm really proud that I've created that space.